When you discovered the law of attraction, you started to believe anything was possible. Life got better, much better. Now you want more, but it's not working. That's where the Manifest It Now show comes in. If you've been waiting for someone who can teach you the practical application to manifest quicker and easier while having more, turn the volume up, because the dynamic duo, Cassie Parks and Ginny Gain, are ready to teach you how to live the law of attraction like they do. It's time to laugh and learn.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Manifest It Now. I'm here with Cassie Parks.
And I'm here with Ginny Gain.
And we are going to talk about today manifesting and spirituality.
Yes. I'm excited.
I was just giggling like I can't stop smiling because, guys, this is our second last episode for this year. It's crazy. Oh,
it is crazy. So hopefully that isn't a surprise to you. If it is, go back. There's like an updates episode.
Behind the scenes episode
behind the scenes.
That explains it all. Yeah.
Thank you for giving me the title. I knew there was something that told you all. So, just as a reminder, Jenny and I have 2 episodes left of this year, and then you will get new episodes in a brand new season with a new format. Don't worry, we will still keep what we're excited about. We'll still keep all the fun. It's just going to be even more intentional to support you.
And deeper.
Yeah, in a bigger way. And that's going to start in January. And we're excited about that. It'll be a whole season all on abundance and manifesting money. And really, we're going to break that down so deep and specific for you guys so that you can just get even more and manifest even more with that information.
Mm-hmm. The way I am kind of thinking about it, it's going to be like a course you can basically get and apply in your life to manifest more money and abundance. So
yes,
you're going to get that, and we're excited.
It is. I wanted to tell this story. I didn't know if we were going to tell us, but it is like a course. So I don't know if it was last year, and Jenny and I are like, oh, we're going to have a course, and we're working on it. And we're excited. We worked on it until it wasn't inspired anymore. And
yeah.
But when we went to put together these seasons, I had an inspiration to go look that up, and I'm like, oh, we already have the outline of how we.
You guys, it was like literally the exact number of episodes that we want to have for a season correlates perfectly with like what we had outlined, the structure of the format. It was such an alignment.
Yes. It was an alignment and deeper at the same time, because we were going to kind of talk. Our course is going to be more general, but what we're going to do is apply that same structure to each of the topics going forward. So January is going to be abundance and money and manifesting all that. As of right now, our next season of 2022, season 2, will be all about manifesting relationships and love, and we'll really focus on that. So, of course, that is subject to change, but that is the plan right now, just to give you an example of how we're going to go for 13 episodes deep into these topics, and it is going to be like a course.
Yeah. I mean, I know we do get a lot of feedback from you guys, and we love how much these are, influencing and helping you kind of get clear in your manifesting and see real results in your life. So that's so exciting. And we are intending this is going to take that even deeper. So
absolutely. And just as a quick reminder, if you want another way to take your connection to me and Jenny and I, Manifest It Now, you can sign up for our hub. You can go to manifestitnowshow.com. We'll give you a tour of the hub, depending on what day you get there. It's coming soon if it's not there. But you can see how you can type in and search, because we have so much out there already. So that's one of the reasons why we're going to go deeper in these specific topics. But, if you want to put in inspiration, you can see where we've talked about that, and you can go listen to all of the times if you're like, I really want to get this, or you could put in manifesting love. You could put in money in the meantime. You can use that as a resource, and we are adding and thinking of bonus content to put in. We have lots of ideas. We're just in the process of getting it up into the hub so that you can have a deeper experience with us, a deeper connection more. And one of the ways that we're going to do that is the first 10 people that make the investment in the hub. So you go to manifestitnowshow.com, it shows you around, and then you hit upgrade me. And when you do that, it's a one-time investment of $111. And the first 10 people that do that are going to get a very special invitation to either so it'll be sometime in January to March. There will be a Manifest It Now Live, which is exclusive to those 10 people. And you get to ask us all the questions. It's like a behind the scene of those 13 episodes of the money manifesting season. You can ask us whatever you want. And that content will go in as bonus content. So if you miss being one of the first 10, you'll still get to enjoy those questions. But if you are one of the first 10, you will get to ask the questions. And participate and have that connection to us live.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, right?
It's going to be good.
I'm so excited.
What else are you excited about right now, Cass?
Oh my gosh. The tip of my tongue is that we're actually going to turn one of the levels of our house into an Airbnb. I'm super excited about it. Just all of it. I'm excited about doing it. I'm excited about the money that is going to come in. I'm excited that it's manifested money because this is all I can see how this all came about. I'm excited about everything that has to do with it. Like, it's super fun, but the layers of how it was manifested and created and what it's going to create going forward and how I'm getting a lot of something that I've always wanted and also getting to practice something for a bigger scale. It's just awesome. I love every piece of it. I love all the unfolding. I love everything that's coming together. It's just awesome.
That sounds so great. I can't wait to come stay and leave an amazing review.
Yay, I'm so excited.
The room was amazing. Those hosts, though, I don't know.
I love it. What are you excited about, Jen?
I feel excited about this place of unfolding right now. And I literally said to myself last week, that there's a number of different pieces, and Lisa and I are getting ready to move to the mountains or somewhere out west. And I said, I'm like, okay, we know everything. We know what it's like. We're clear, blah, blah, blah. We know, all these things. I'm like, there's nothing for me to do right now. I'm like, all I do is be here. All I do is enjoy the steps unfolding. Like, you know how sometimes you just want to go take action here, go take action here. And right now at the place we're in, it's just, there's timing, other things need to unfold. And so it's just literally really enjoying, and I'm learning to more deeply enjoy this place of doing nothing and just feeling and experiencing everything. So it feels exciting, feels new.
Yay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
So with our topic of manifesting and spirituality, I think one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up and just have a discussion about it is I think sometimes there's some like limiting beliefs out there about that possibly manifesting and spirituality don't go together, which of course, if you've listened a long time, you know, you can hear from Cass and I that that's obviously not the case, but we wanted to just talk about it a little bit more. Is that something that you'd say you have experienced, Cass, or that you would like observe that's out there? Or
I've definitely observed that it's out there. In fact, I'm like picturing some of, you guys know that I'm training new coaches, and as they're doing some of the paths to their clients coming in, I see this in some of their future clients, their write-ups.
Yes.
This belief is where they're getting a little stuck. And so where their clients are today are getting stuck in this place of, what does it mean if I want more, right? Whether that's a material thing or money, what does it mean if I want more? And is that spiritual? Like, should I be not wanting more because I have it pretty good? Am I taking from someone else? Like, all of these things that I think are trickle down from a lot of spiritual practices, not all, we can't say, but if you ever heard that, someplace, it sinks in. And when it comes, I think, if you were someone who grew up in any kind of church, when those messages come, and I don't know, are wrapped in this place of this is supposed to be the thing, you know?
Right.
The end all be all, those can be hard to entangle sometimes.
Let's step back for a second, maybe define what we're saying is spiritual. I think in the way we're going to talk about it, it means like it's almost like inclusive of religion, but it doesn't have to be.
Yes,
would you say that?
absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Just like thought or ideas about how I don't even know how to describe this.
Yeah. Well, how do you describe spirituality for yourself? And
I guess I define it as just believing in something bigger than myself.
Yeah.
That there's an energy out there that not controlling things, but that there's a divine intelligence out there. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I would define spirituality for me as my connection to that which is outside of me.
Cool.
And this is step one, I would say, for our listeners is, think about and get clear for yourself, what does spirituality mean for you, especially if you use this term. And so it might not be spirituality for you. You might actually use the term religion, or for you it might be Christianity, right? But figure out what it is for you, and then what does that mean for you?
Yeah, that is like the best place to start. Mm-hmm. And they're all, I'm sure you've picked this up from us before, but there's no one right way. There's like all of the ways, all of the pathways are right, no matter what you define it. And that's as part of being a deliberate creator. That's why it's so important to start here. Start in the place where you're choosing what it means for you and getting that clarity around that. And so it feels good.
Yeah.
Find the place, find the definitions that you're in resonance with, not one that maybe you were given one and you haven't actually stepped back and say, do I want this? So start there and make sure that that definition is something that you're choosing is for you and feels good for you.
Mm-hmm. And make it that highest level of definition. Because that will guide you. Then you can figure out the other pieces underneath if they're not clear yet. And
what do you mean? Say more.
So if I believe, for me, spirituality is my connection to that which is outside of me, right? Yeah. If I could go narrower in that, I'm trying to think on my feet how I would narrow that. But, maybe, belief in, a divine being or this or connection to my soul. I could come up with these things that it means, but if I can give sort of this highest, simplest definition for myself, that is it's the connection outside to what's outside of myself. That's going to guide all of the things that trickle down from that.
Yes. So it's like staying general enough about it that it can fit in a whole range of specifics, basically, or different other things. Yeah.
That you choose along the way. So
along the way as you expand and unfold, because you might not know it all right now. Mm-hmm. You don't know it all right now.
But it's just giving that biggest, and it's what you want and what you believe. And I think some of this is innate. Like I believe that there is a part of us that has that answer, that general answer, what we believe for us. Like I think it comes from our soul. Yeah. And which if we're going off in a tangent, if you believe that your soul comes here to have a certain work, like then your soul does come with that definition. And it might not be different, that it can be different than anyone else's, even if they believe the same, that their soul came here to do work, right? Because it's all based on that. If you're believing down that train of thought, it's all based on that experience that you chose to have.
I love talking about this stuff. I'm a believer, like we all have a unique part of us. And I love actually the way you said that, Kat, says even if you have the same belief about something, it might get expressed or be expressed in your unique way or a different way. So it is really important to ask yourself these kind of foundational things about what is what's the best way for me to define this that resonates most with me?
And I will say defining it for you makes it easier to be softer with other people. What is repeatedly, so somebody must need to hear this story, is coming to me is, I was raised Catholic. Like, I call myself a cradle Catholic. That was it. For me, that is not the choice, right? It never felt good to me for a list of reasons that I could give you. But I have a friend whose uncle he became a Catholic, and his devout and his religion and you could say many of the same reasons that didn't feel good for me should also not feel good for him. Like, if you just looked at it, but like, that's who he is, and that's what makes him happy. And so when I look at it, not as this religion, which can have this something for me,
stereotype, right? With it. Yeah.
Stereotype or activate, if everything isn't clear yet, when I look at like the connection to what's outside myself, that's exactly what it is for him. That's how that gets expressed. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, so it makes it super easy when he posts. I can love on his connection to what's outside of him and not filter it through anything of my past in that experience. So it's really a more present way when I come from that clear definition for myself.
Yeah, that's true in all of manifesting, actually, is when we are clear and solid about who we are and what is true for us. There's no need to push against what anyone else is experiencing for themselves. In having that really general definition. And I love that you shared that, Cass, because that's compassion. Like, that is acknowledging the oneness that is in all of humanity, That's a powerful place to spend time in and to manifest from.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of the things, though, I did want to talk about was some of the paradigms, or the maybe limiting paradigms around spirituality and manifesting. I've heard manifesting isn't spiritual, right? Or like material things. It's not spiritual to go after money. Money's a big one. I'm sure you get this a lot. Or even like go for the dream house, or, I should be happy with what I have. It's not, I just keep hearing it's not spiritual to like want things.
Yeah. What would you say to that if somebody came and they said it's not spiritual to want things? You're at a coffee shop and they just said that.
Okay, so everything is energy. And this is how I would say it, and I'll just say it. But spirit expresses through us in all the different forms. So everything we are, everything we see, everything we experience is connected to spirit. There is not a separation. So you can't say, I'm a spiritual being, and not appreciate money or appreciate a home, because that is a part of you. The essence is the same. So that's what I have to say about that. What would you say, Cass?
I would, for me, start with that what you just said is your truth, but my truth to my life is that my journey to understanding my money mindset and choosing, and my money manifesting journey is one of the most sacred things I've ever done in my life. Yeah. It is one of the most spiritual practices, not because it's going after money, but because it required a depth. It required a commitment to myself. It required a depth of inner focus and knowledge and growth that is unlike anything religion ever gave me. So for me, in my own path, that manifesting money and abundance and the journey of that is one of the most sacred things I've ever done. Manifesting in general for me is sacred. Yeah. It is what connects me to the outside. It's what makes, my soul, opens it up wider and opens up that connection.
Yeah. And when we think about spirituality, a lot of it comes with like this expansion or this inner growth, this personal growth. And that's the reason we have desires for things. Okay. It's not, as you know, it's not for the thing, it's for who we become on the way to that thing. And that's growth. That the essence of that is inner growth. We have to become more of ourselves, and just like Cass said, open to truth and expansion, and in order to be able to align with the experience that we're really after. So it's they're the most correlated perfect things ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as far as that, that material thing, it's so interesting because what I know about working with people and manifesting money and material things is that once we know we can have something material, we very often switch out of the material.
I know. And I actually think it's like it's a phase, like not a phase, like a step or a stage, and that we need to honor that. Like when you're being called by material things, it's so important to honor that and take that journey, and then the door will open to the next journey. But what I think happens is we stand in judgment of the material things we want, and then we never move forward.
Yes. Yeah.
That's exciting. So it goes perfectly together. It's manifesting is one of the most spiritual ways or spiritual paths you could take.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. And I was going to say, and the beauty is that you all get to choose that, right? Yeah. Same as we started this episode or this topic. That is Jenny and I believe. We just gave you our case for why we believe that, and you still get to choose what it is for you.
Yeah. That's the base of all of this.
Yeah. And
live your truth.
That's the most spiritual thing you can do is to choose for you and live that out.
Yes. I love it. All right, guys, we will see you next week.
Bye. Hi, it's Cassie. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Manifest It Now. I hope you're ready to go out and be extra awesome. If you're looking for more resources, support, ways to engage with LOA, or shift your money mindset, you can go to CassieParks.com. That's CassieParks.com and click on complimentary, like cocktails, coaching. Go to CassieParks.com and click on complimentary coaching for more in-depth into LOA, how to shift your money mindset, how to identify your money story, and even more to help you go be even more awesome. CassieParks.com, complimentary coaching.
Go be awesome! Thank you for joining us on the Manifest It Now show, where you learn how to leverage the law of attraction to manifest your dreams. Now that you're inspired, share the love and review us on iTunes. While you're there, remember to subscribe.